Namaste children. This video is for class 7th state syllabus students. Integers part 2. Before we learn any new concept, let us summarize the rules we learned in our earlier lesson. Now let us learn how to add 6 and 1 with the help of number line. The first number is 6. So we move towards right side from 0 by 6 units or 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we should add 1 to it. Add means we should move towards right side. By how much? 1. So when we move one space from 6 towards right side, then we reach 7. So 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. Now, with the help of number line, let us add 2 and 8. So the first number is 2. So from 0, let us move towards right hand side by 2 units or 2 spaces. Then we reach at 2. The second number is 8. So from 2, let us move towards right hand side by 8 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We reach at 10. So 2 plus 8 is 10. Thus, each time you add a positive integer, you move right on the number line. So let us try to find the value of 8 minus 2 with the help of a number line. The first number is 8. So we should move towards right hand side by 8 spaces or 8 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. We reach at 8. And second number is minus 2. Minus means we should move towards left hand side. By how many units? By 2 units. So let us move towards left hand side from 8 by 2 units. That means 7, 6. We reach at 6. That means the answer for 8 minus 2 is 6. Now let us find the value of 7 minus 3 with the help of a number line. The first number is 7. Its sign is plus. So from 0, let us move towards right hand side by 7 spaces or by 7 units. So we reach at 7. Minus 3. Minus means we should move towards left hand side. By how many units? By 3 units. So 6, 5, 4. We reach at 4. Hence the answer for 7 minus 3 is 4. Thus, each time you add a negative integer, you move left on the number line. Each time when you subtract a negative integer, you move right on the number line. Now, according to the question, you have to subtract -7 from 8. So from 0, you move 8 units or 8 spaces. And now as you have to subtract a negative number, you should move towards right by 7 units or 7 spaces. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So the answer for 8 minus of -7 is 15. Now let us find the value of -2 minus of -1. That means we have to subtract -1 from -2. So -2, that means from 0 we should go 2 units or 2 spaces towards left hand side. And from this we have to subtract a negative number -1. When we have to subtract a negative number, then we should move towards right by 1 unit. So we reach at -1. So the answer for -2 minus of -1 is -1. In this presentation, we learn about the multiplication of integers with the help of a number line. Now, we have to find the value of 4 into 3. That means we know that 4 into 3 means taking 3 4 times and to add. So on number line, what we do, we take 3 units or 3 spaces as one block. Like that, we should take 4 blocks of 3 units or 3 spaces each, because both 4 and 3 are negative numbers. We have to move towards right hand side from the 0. So when we shift towards right hand side by 4 blocks of 3 units each, then we reach at 12. Hence, the value for 4 into 3 is 12. Now, let us try to find the value of 2 into -3. So now, what is the meaning of 2 into -3? We have to take -3 2 times and we have to add. So now on the number line, we take 2 blocks of 3 units each towards left hand side from 0. The reason is minus 3 locates towards left hand side of the 0. So when we shift 2 blocks of 3 units each towards left hand side, then we reach 6 towards the left hand side, that means minus 6. So the answer for 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. Now let us try to find the value of 3 into minus 2. The meaning of 3 into minus 2 is to take minus 2 3 times and to add. So here what we have to do on the number line, we have to take 3 blocks of 2 units each towards the left hand side from the 0. The reason is minus 2. Like that, when we take 3 blocks, each block having 2 units 3 times, we reach up to 6. Because that 6 is towards the left hand side of the 0, the sign will be minus 6. So the value of 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. Now let us try to find the value of 3 into minus 4. That means we have to take minus 4 3 times and we have to add it. That means on number line we have to take 3 blocks, each block having 4 units towards the left hand side of the 0, because minus 4 is there. So when we take like this, we reach minus 12. Hence the value for 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. Product of two integers. Study the pattern. 4 into 3. The meaning is take 3 4 times and add. We get 12. 3 into 3. That means take 3 3 times and add. We get 9. That means when we decreased the multiplier by 1, we got the product also decreases by 3. Hence 2 into 3, that means 9 decreased by 3, that means 6. 1 into 3, that means we have to decrease 3 from 6, that means 3. 0 into 3, so when we decrease 3 by 3, we get 0. Minus 1 into 3, if we decrease 3 from 0, that means we should go 3 units from 0, we get minus 3. In the same way, minus 2 into 3, again we decreased 3 from minus 3, Then we get minus 6. Minus 3 into 3. That means again we have to decrease 3 from minus 6. So we get minus 9. Minus 4 into 3. That means again we have to decrease 3 from minus 9. That means we get minus 12. If we study the pattern, we come to conclusion that we observe that as the multiplier decreases by 1, the product decreases by 3. From the above products, we can understand that the product of two positive integers is positive. Let me repeat. The product of two positive integers is positive. The product of one positive and one negative integer is negative. Let me repeat. The product of one positive and one negative integer is negative. The product of two negative numbers is positive. Let me repeat. The product of two negative integers is positive. Now let us study multiplication of two negative integers. Study the pattern. Minus 3 into 4 minus 12. This we know because earlier already we studied this. Minus 3 into 3 minus 9. That means when we decreased the multiplier by 1, the product increases by 3. Let us see next one. Minus 3 into 2 is equal to minus 6. That means minus 6 is greater than minus 9 by 3. In the same way, minus 3 into 1 is equal to minus 3. Minus 3 into 0 is equal to 0. So now, minus 3 into minus 1. That means we have to increase 3 to 0. So we get 3. So minus 3 into minus 1 is equal to 3. In the same way, minus 3 into minus 2. That means we have to increase the product by 3. So 3 plus 3 we get 6. Minus 3 into minus 2 is equal to 6. Next, minus 3 into minus 3. That means we have to increase 3 to 6. That means we get 9. In the same way, minus 3 into minus 4 is equal to 12. So, what we concluded? We concluded when we multiply two negative integers, the product will be a positive integer. From the above products, we can understand that the product of two positive integers is positive. Let me repeat. The product of two positive integers is positive. The product of one positive and one negative integer is negative. Let me repeat. The product of one positive and one negative integer is negative. The product of two negative integers is positive. Let me repeat. The product of two negative integers is positive. Let us study the following example. Minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4. So first of all, what we do, let us take the first two numbers. That means minus 2 into minus 3. Just now we learned that the product of two negative numbers is positive. So minus 2 into minus 3 is equal to 6. Now 6 into minus 4. The product of a positive integer and a negative integer is negative. So you get the answer minus 24. Hence, the product of three negative integers is negative. Let me repeat. Hence, the product of three negative integers is negative. Let us study the following example. Minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4 into minus 5. So in order to simplify this, let us take the first three numbers, that is minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4. Already we found the value of this. The value is minus 24. So the given problem will be minus 24 into minus 5. When we multiply two negative integers, the sign of the product will be positive. Hence, the answer will be 120. So, the product of four negative integers is positive. Let us study the following example. Find the value of minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4 into minus 5 into minus 6. Just now we found the value of minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4 into minus 5. The value is 120 into minus 6. So here we are multiplying one positive and one negative integer. So the sign of the product will be minus. 120 into 6 is 720. Hence the answer will be minus 720. Hence the product of 5 negative integers is negative. Let me repeat. The product of 5 negative integers is negative. Hence, we come to a conclusion that the product of even number of negative numbers is positive and the product of odd number of negative numbers is negative. Let me repeat. Hence, we come to conclusion that the product of even number of negative numbers is positive and the product of odd number of negative numbers is negative. Thank you for watching the presentation.